Most people believe they want success, love, or recognition, but beneath all of that, there is something more primal driving their behavior. We crave approval, and we rarely question why. Psychology explains that this craving is not weakness or vanity, it is wiring, it is ancient, and it quietly shapes more of your decisions than you might be comfortable admitting. By the end of this, you will understand where the need for approval comes from, what happens in the brain when we receive it or lose it, and how this craving influences your relationships, career choices, confidence, and even identity. More importantly, you will begin to see when you are acting from alignment and when you are acting from the fear of disapproval. The desire for approval begins with survival. For most of human history, being accepted by the group meant protection, shared resources, and safety. Rejection meant vulnerability. The brain evolved to treat social exclusion as a serious threat. That ancient system still operates today. When someone praises you, includes you, or validates your opinion, your brain releases dopamine. Dopamine reinforces behavior. It says, "Do that again." Approval becomes rewarding, not just emotionally, but chemically. Your nervous system links acceptance with safety. On the other hand, criticism or rejection activates the same regions associated with physical pain. The brain does not easily distinguish between social harm and physical harm. That's why embarrassment can feel unbearable and public rejection can feel crushing. The body reacts as if something dangerous just happened. Now, pause for a moment. Think about the last time you hesitated to speak honestly because you feared how someone might react. That hesitation is not random. It is your brain calculating social risk. It chooses safety over authenticity. In everyday life, craving approval shows up in subtle ways. You might agree with opinions you don't fully believe. You might overextend yourself to avoid disappointing someone. You might measure your value based on feedback, likes, or praise. Over time, this shapes identity. There's an important distinction here. Wanting connection is healthy. Humans are relational by nature. The problem begins when approval becomes the primary source of self-worth rather than a natural byproduct of connection. That shift is quiet but powerful. In childhood, approval from caregivers signals love and security, a smile, a nod, encouragement. These cues teach the brain that behavior can maintain connection. But if approval is inconsistent or conditional, the child may learn to perform for affection. Performance becomes protection. As adults, this can look like people-pleasing or perfectionism. You might push yourself relentlessly, not because you love the goal, but because you fear falling short in someone's eyes. Achievement becomes a shield against criticism, but shields are heavy. Here's a surprising insight. The more external approval someone receives without internal self-validation, the more fragile their confidence can become, because confidence rooted in praise depends on continuous reinforcement. When the praise stops, stability shakes. Consider social media. Platforms are designed around approval metrics, likes, shares, comments. Each notification triggers a small dopamine response. The brain begins to anticipate validation. Silence then feels like rejection. Ask yourself something honest. If no one could see your accomplishments, would you still pursue them? If no one applauded your opinion, would you still express it? These questions reveal the degree to which approval drives action. This is not about eliminating the desire for validation, it's about understanding it. In relationships, approval seeking can create imbalance. One partner may suppress needs to maintain harmony. They prioritize being liked over being known. Conflict feels threatening because disagreement risks disapproval, so they shrink. Ironically, this often leads to resentment. When authenticity is sacrificed for acceptance, connection weakens. The relationship becomes built on performance rather than truth. True intimacy requires risk. The brain's threat system becomes hyperactive when approval feels uncertain. You may overanalyze tone, facial expressions, or delayed responses. The mind scans for subtle signs of rejection. That vigilance consumes energy. There's also a social dimension. Groups reward conformity. Shared values strengthen bonds. But when belonging depends on strict alignment, individuals may silence personal beliefs to avoid exclusion. Belonging should not require self-erasure. Here's a pattern interrupt. Imagine making a decision based entirely on your internal values, knowing it may not earn universal approval. Notice what arises in your body. Tension, fear, relief? Those reactions are data. The craving for approval is strongest when self-identity feels unstable. When you're unsure of who you are, external feedback becomes the mirror you rely on. You look outward to define inward worth. But mirrors can distort. Developing internal validation changes this dynamic. Internal validation means recognizing your own effort, intentions, and growth without waiting for applause. It doesn't reject feedback, it simply doesn't depend on it. That shift reduces anxiety dramatically. There's another layer to consider. Approval often feels like love, but they're not the same. Love can exist with disagreement. Approval is conditional. When approval is mistaken for love, people may tolerate environments that constantly evaluate them. That's exhausting. Have you noticed how some of the most fulfilled individuals are not universally liked? They accept that disagreement is part of authenticity. They prioritize alignment over applause. And paradoxically, this often earns deeper respect. This doesn't mean becoming indifferent to others. It means recalibrating the hierarchy. Values first, approval second. When approval aligns with values, it feels satisfying. When it conflicts, clarity protects you. Awareness restores choice. The hidden reason we crave approval is not vanity, it's fear of isolation wired into our nervous system. But modern life exaggerates this fear. We are exposed to constant evaluation from audiences far beyond our ancestral tribes. The system was built for small groups, not global comparison. When you understand this, something shifts. You begin to see that the intense need for approval is not a personal flaw. It's an outdated survival mechanism operating in an overstimulated world. And outdated mechanisms can be retrained. The next time you seek validation, pause gently. Ask yourself whether you are seeking connection or reassurance. Ask whether your action aligns with who you want to become. Small pauses build internal stability. Over time, you may notice that authentic expression feels calmer than performance. Decisions feel clearer, relationships feel more balanced. Approval becomes pleasant, not necessary. That's freedom. The hidden reason we crave approval is deeply human. It reflects our need to belong. But when belonging begins with belonging to yourself, external validation loses its grip. You no longer chase applause. You choose alignment. If this reflection resonated, consider sharing your thoughts or experiences in the comments. Awareness grows stronger when we articulate it. And if you want to continue exploring the psychology behind human behavior and emotional patterns, consider subscribing to stay connected to deeper conversations like this.